Welcome to our channel. Today we delve into the tragic story of the Wilhelm Gustloff disaster, a maritime catastrophe that claimed thousands of lives. Stay tuned as we uncover the events that led to this heartbreaking incident and its aftermath. The story of the Wilhelm Gustloff is one of transformation, from a symbol of leisure and grandeur to a vessel of desperation and tragedy. In the following scenes we will explore the ship's journey from its glorious beginnings to its catastrophic end, shedding light on the harrowing experiences of those on board. Join us as we navigate through this somber tale and honor the lives lost in one of history's most devastating maritime disasters. Let's begin. The Wilhelm Gustloff, a German passenger liner, once symbolized leisure and grandeur. Launched in 1937, the ship was a source of pride, boasting luxurious amenities for its passengers. It was designed to provide affordable vacations, offering citizens a chance to escape their everyday lives. Little did anyone know that this vessel of joy would become a symbol of unimaginable tragedy. On January 30, 1945, the Wilhelm Gustloff was far from its former glory. Instead of vacationers, its decks were crowded with thousands of refugees, desperate to escape the advancing Soviet army. The Baltic Sea was frigid, the air thick with fear and uncertainty. The ship, designed to carry a little over 1,800, was now dangerously overloaded, carrying over 10,000 souls, a majority of them women and children. Hope for a safe passage to friendly shores flickered precariously amongst the frightened passengers. The Wilhelm Gustloff, now a vessel of desperation, embarked on its final fateful journey. The stage was set for one of the most devastating maritime disasters in history. As the Red Army advanced, panic gripped the civilian population of East Prussia. Terrified of the approaching Soviet forces, thousands fled their homes, seeking safety in the West. The evacuation of civilians, including wounded soldiers and Nazi officials, was chaotic and desperate. People were packed onto any available ship, their hope clinging to the promise of escape from the encroaching Red Army. The Wilhelm Gustloff, now under the command of the Kriegsmarine, became a beacon of hope for many. It represented a lifeline, a chance to reach the safety of German-controlled territory. The sheer number of refugees converging on the port of Gotenhafen, now Gdynia, Poland, was overwhelming. People were crammed into every available space on the ship, the decks teeming with humanity. The atmosphere was tense, a mixture of fear and anticipation. On the evening of January 30, 1945, the Wilhelm Gustloff, escorted by a few small naval vessels, set sail. The ship, brightly lit, a decision later questioned, became an easy target in the darkening sea. The icy waters of the Baltic were unforgiving, the temperature hovering just above freezing. Unbeknownst to those aboard, a Soviet submarine, the S-13, commanded by Captain Alexander Marinesko, was patrolling the area. At approximately 9:16 p.m., disaster struck. 3 torpedoes, each bearing the chilling inscription "For the Motherland," ripped into the side of the Wilhelm Gustloff. Panic ensued as the ship, mortally wounded, began to list heavily. Chaos reigned as terrified passengers, many of them children, scrambled for lifeboats. The icy water quickly claimed the lives of many who were flung into the sea or trapped below decks. The scene that unfolded in the icy waters was horrific. The cries of those struggling to survive pierced the night air. The few lifeboats available were quickly overwhelmed. German torpedo boats, alerted to the disaster, raced to the scene, their crews greeted by a nightmare. The frigid water, the darkness, and the sheer number of people in the water hampered rescue efforts. Despite the heroic efforts of the rescuers, thousands perished in the icy depths. The survivors, many suffering from hypothermia and shock, were pulled from the water, their lives forever marked by the tragedy. The official death toll, a staggering 9,400, remains one of the largest maritime disasters in history. The Wilhelm Gustloff, once a symbol of joy and escape, had become a tomb, a chilling reminder of the human cost of war. The sinking of the Wilhelm Gustloff, while a major event, remained relatively obscure for many years after World War II. The scale of the tragedy, coupled with the political sensitivities surrounding the victims and the circumstances of the sinking, contributed to the silence. The Cold War further shrouded the event, as the Soviet Union, for whom the sinking was a military victory, controlled the narrative in the East. In the West, the focus remained on the broader Allied victory and the horrors of the Nazi regime, often overshadowing the suffering of German civilians. However, in recent decades, the Wilhelm Gustloff tragedy has received greater attention. Books, documentaries, and memorials have shed light on the event, ensuring that the victims are remembered and the lessons of the disaster are not forgotten. The story of the Wilhelm Gustloff serves as a stark reminder of the devastating human cost of war. The tragedy transcends political ideologies, highlighting the plight of innocent people caught in the crossfire of conflict. The thousands of men, women, and children who perished in the icy waters of the Baltic Sea are a testament to the indiscriminate nature of war. As we remember this tragedy, let us honor the memory of those lost by striving for peace and understanding. May the story of the Wilhelm Gustloff serve as a cautionary tale, a reminder of the fragility of peace and the importance of empathy in a world often defined by conflict. The sinking of the Wilhelm Gustloff stands as a solemn reminder of the human cost of war, a tragedy etched in maritime history and a call for peace that resonates through the decades.